Memgraph is a deep tech data infrastructure company. We sell a type of database, and our database is advanced and it's highly performant, and it delivers in the field of generative AI, financial fraud detection, and supply chain logistics. So we're a developer-first company, and we have a source-available version of our product. So the developers, they start with this, and they're at liberty to explore and kick the tires of Memgraph Community Edition. And then we sell the Enterprise Edition to the companies who benefit from the additional features, including security, multi-tenancy, and high availability. So these are the companies which fall into our ideal customer profile. My role at Memgraph is as the Sales Intelligence Analyst, and I work closely with the sales, marketing, and developer experience teams. So each team excels at what they do, and I support them by combining and affirming their assertions with the data. We're a developer-first company, and our approach was very personal. So we focus on building the one-to-one relationships in person or on Discord, and just like we would like to see in other companies. And as we scale, we needed to retain that level of personalization as we wanted to reach more individuals and more accounts when we did our outreach. So the main pain points that we had with the process was the limit and the amount of contacts that we could reach out to, and also the level of personalization that we could achieve. We have multiple applications, and the difficulties is thinking of the data between them. So Reo.Dev does most of these functions combined. So each week we have a report of the new candidates that meet our ICP criteria, and we can review the areas that they're interested in. So we can understand what these companies are looking at, what sort of use cases are particularly relevant to them, to improve the resources and support that we send them and improve the likelihood that we get a call. The previous tools were able to tell us very basic information. So they're able to identify what sort of white papers or lead magnets the individual signed up to, but it never was able to understand the more fine-tuned aspects of what they were doing, to understand what they were interested in and in a more nuanced way. Were they having troubles with using our product? Were there certain hurdles for them? Were they stuck on a particular page of the documentation? And those are the insights which Reo.Dev is able to provide. And not only does it do it for an individual, but it does it as a wrap-up for the company. So then we can see that there are multiple developers, and the multiple developers are experiencing the same issue. And instead of us needing to wait for a developer to reach out, we're able to identify that item before and be proactive about it. Was the wrap-up of all the companies, the combination of that with the firmographic data in addition to the behavioral data. So that allowed us to very quickly identify that this is an ICP match company and that they were experiencing strong signals of intent instead of just simple browsing. So those two combined features were the most important ones for us. Get really good insights into what users are doing on our website, and we're able to understand what sort of use cases are particularly important for them. And we're also able to identify when they meet certain hurdles or when they look like they are going to become a suitable candidate for the Enterprise Edition. So this would allow us to determine if someone has been using Memgraph for a long enough time, if they're able to solve and overcome a lot of the items or pain points which they're having. And when they're starting to look at certain features on our website, then we recognize that this is the perfect candidate for us to reach out to with the sales team, and to see if we can convert them into being a paying customer. Mainly the segments. The segments are particularly good because then we can identify when these users have entered certain segments and met certain criteria. And also it's the wrap-up of all those companies. So instead of going company by company, we're able to create a segment which would contain several hundreds of companies. And then those are the ones that we can use to reach out from a marketing perspective. So we have many webinars and community calls where, for example, the Memgraph community users would lead the presentations on their Memgraph projects. And then we're able to understand which companies would be interested in that and then market specifically to those companies to improve the signups and registrations for these webinars. Reo.Dev has been really excellent at increasing the number of sales calls that we've had. So since we implemented Reo.Dev, we've seen a 2x increase in the number of sales calls. So this is because we're able to personalize the messages and because we're able to reach these companies at the right times. Either because they've now started looking at our enterprise features, or they recognize that they were having difficulty, and this was the time to step in to provide additional support. So Reo.Dev is an excellent tool, and I would definitely recommend it to any other development tool companies. Reo.Dev is able to provide us with really excellent insights into who is sales ready and who is in need of additional support so that we can help and continue to nurture our developer base to the best that we can.